Hey, what's up YouTube? We are back for another awesome video. I'm so excited to be here with you guys today. Thank you again for taking this time to share with me. I know you got probably a really busy day, busy life going on, and I just really want to tell you guys that I appreciate you guys tuning into the videos. I've been getting a lot of emails and things of that nature regarding the content and everything like that. So I'm really excited that you guys are learning things and applying some of this information. Just had a couple quick things that I wanted to share with you. In my opinion, I believe that every human being on the face of this earth has greatness in them. But here's the thing. The individuals that we look at in life and in society, whether they be in film, whether they be in sports, theater, whatever, those individuals have taken advantage and they recognize when their moment of greatness had arrived. For everyone else, we tend to only notice the moments in life when we're not so great. And that's the difference between being great and being average, right? When you notice that moment when your greatness had arrived, what a sad reality that would be if opportunity were to show itself, at your doorstep, were to arrive at your doorstep and you're not prepared for the opportunity. I mean, opportunity literally knocked on your door and you didn't even recognize it as being opportunity, right? Oftentimes, the only time we do recognize opportunity is the moment it no longer becomes an opportunity. In other words, you're looking at the taillights of opportunity because it's pulled off now, and here you are saying, oh wow, that was opportunity. That was my shot. That was my chance, right? Or we put time and energy. Maybe you go down to the local convenience store and you buy your dollar lottery tickets and everything like that. Like you do your scratch offs and you're like, I'm waiting, for my opportunity, right? I'm hoping that chance is going to favor me. No, chance favors the prepared mind. Yes, chance favors the prepared mind. The more you prepare your mind, the greater your chances are going to be in life. Right? So I am luck. I don't wait for luck to happen to me. I am luck. I am the physical human manifestation of luck. I create my own luck. And you can create your own luck as well. I'm going to actually give you those tools. This channel was designed to give you those tools. When you think about general knowledge or crystallized knowledge is the information that you know. It's cemented in your mind. And then we talk about specialized knowledge. Specialized knowledge is how you create wealth. You create wealth through specialized knowledge. That's what I'm going to give you. I am going to give you all of the specialized knowledge that you need to create the life. Give you the specialized knowledge that you need to become luck. Now, if you drive down to your grocery store or the local, the convenience store, and every single day you pull up to pump number 3, you leave 30 minutes before you've got to get to work. You pull up to pump number 3, you run in and get yourself maybe a Red Bull, something to drink, some snacks or whatever that you're going to need for your work day, and you look down on the ground, and every single day there's $100 bill on the ground. I'm talking about every day. If you were to tell me that, then I would say, wow, you're pretty lucky, right? If you find a $100 bill on the ground every single day, I would say to you, you're really lucky. But if that's not happening, then what we have to do is put you in a position to where you can create your own luck, right? So I want you guys to think about something. There was a study done by some scientists, and you may feel like this doesn't apply to you, but I can assure you that it does. Just bear with me, please. There was a study done by some scientists, and what they did was they took a small glass jelly jar, if you will, with a lid on it, and they filled this jelly jar with fleas. Now, what would happen is that the fleas, they would jump every single time. They actually had the ability to jump out of the jar, and the only reason why they didn't jump out of the jar because the jar had a lid on it, right? Follow me here. So the fleas would jump, and every single time they would jump, they'd hit their head on the lid. Every single time. Time after time after time, the fleas would jump, boom, hit their head on the lid, they'd come crashing back down. Eventually, the fleas got pretty smart. And because they liked to jump, they would jump, but they would stop just short of hitting the lid. They jump, come back down, no problems. After a few hours, the lid was taken off. And even though the fleas had the ability to jump outside the jar, they wouldn't. They wouldn't jump outside of the jar. There was clearly no lid on the jar. The fleas would jump, and right where they knew that lid was, they'd come back down. What had happened was that the fleas had programmed their minds, if you will, to only go a certain height. And how this story directly, correlates with you is that sometimes in life, the people that are around us, they tell us so many negative things about ourselves. We're insecure. We don't really believe in ourselves, whether it's the environment, whether it's the people that you have around you that has placed so many limiting beliefs on you that you don't even believe in you. And like those fleas in that jar, you're walking around with this mental lid on your head. Now, you don't physically have a lid over your head, of course, but mentally you do, and that's far worse. Now, I can understand the flea situation because the fleas, at least they really had a lid there. You don't have a lid there, but actually you do. You have a mental lid there, right? So how do you pierce through this mental lid that has been placed on you? Because the way I see it, if something isn't, if something's not in your mind, right, meaning specialized knowledge or some form of information that can get you to a different place in life, then that means that it's not an option. And that to me is pretty scary. From a business perspective, that means that if I can't even choose certain things because I don't have the information, I don't possess the information to be able to even have a choice. Think about that. How can I choose something that's this is something that hasn't been deposited in my mind, so therefore I can't choose. That means that I'm limited, right? That means that I can't scale this situation because I don't even know that the situation exists. I don't even know that it was ever an option, right? So, belief, and how powerful belief is. Belief in you, more importantly. And I want to share a quick story with you. So, there was a gentleman who, he went to this hypnotherapy session. And the hypnotherapist put him under and told the gentleman that she was going to touch him with hot molten metal. She told him that I am getting ready to touch you with a hot piece of metal. Now what she did was she actually touched him with an ordinary piece of ice. That's probably the same kind of ice that's in your fridge or freezer right now. That's all she did. She took a piece of ice, she touched him on his arm with the ice, regular ice. I'm not talking about dry ice. We're talking about some ice with some chemical in it, just regular ice. His arm welted up the same way as if she had actually touched him with hot metal. How? How is it that his body reacted to the ice the same way it would have reacted had she touched him with metal. I'll tell you how. He believed. He believed that he was actually being touched with metal. He believed it. Now he's out. He's underneath hypnosis. So he's what she's saying is what's known as mental suggestion. It's kind of like the placebo effect. So he's kind of out of it. Well, he's in a different state of mind, but at the same time, he can receive the information. He can react to certain things. He can answer certain questions, so on and so forth. So once she touched him with the ice, he just believed that he had actually got in touch with metal. And his body responded. The point not to be missed here is to show you that, this channel was created to kind of deposit, that belief back in you. To give you back a piece of yourself, if you will. Because what happens is that when we surround ourselves around individuals that don't really fully support us, that don't, they don't really believe in us, they don't, inspire or encourage us, I look at it like this. If you hang around 9 people that are struggling, have a, negative outlook on life, really don't aspire to be any more than what they are right now, then what's going to happen is that you'll be the 10th. And the same thing works, it works the same way on the opposite end. If you hang around 9 influential, inspiring individuals that are out there, trying to make something happen with their life, they're motivated, they're positive, you'll be the 10th. But I want you guys to just think about that story. He believed. So how I look at that is every human being, when you become an adult, you have 3 bank accounts, right? You have an intellectual bank account. Now your intellectual bank account holds all of the information that you've collected throughout your life, right? You can increase a person's intellectual bank account as much as you want, but it's not going to have a huge and profound impact on them. Then you have the financial bank account. It's pretty self-explanatory. But the most important bank account that person has is the emotional bank account. Now, your emotional bank account holds, all of your past hurts. It holds your insecurities. It holds your fears. It holds, whatever doubts you may have about yourself. And so if you want to, truly have a lasting impact on a person, you consistently make deposits in their emotional bank account. I can deposit information for you into your intellectual bank account. I can go and deposit money into your financial bank account. But if I really want to reach the core, the true essence of who you are as an individual, I'm going to make emotional deposits. And over time, those emotional deposits will build equity, just like they will in a house if you're making a real estate investment. It'll build equity over time. It's what's going to actually create that lasting relationship that you have with that individual. Right? Last thing I want to leave you guys with is this thought. When you think about what is the greatest weakness of mankind? What is the single greatest weakness of mankind? I'll tell you what it is. The greatest weakness of mankind is doubt. The greatest weakness of mankind is doubt. Because the moment you begin to doubt yourself and you truly believe, remember like the dry ice or like the ice story or example that I gave you, the moment you start to doubt yourself and you believe that, whatever that limitation you've placed on yourself, you believe that, it's over. The moment you start to doubt, it's over. You've got to love you. You've got to support the people that support you. Embrace the people that embrace you.